Hi, my name is Donna Hall, and I am an 8th grade girls mentor, and I'm here to tell you about one of the biggest cheerleaders that I had in high school. It happened to be a high school teacher. Her name is Gwendolyn Van Dronen, and she taught math and science, which were not my favorite subjects until after I met her, and then I decided that I was going to be a computer geek, and no, I am not a computer geek now. She was the junior and senior math teacher, so that meant that everyone at my high school had her. And I went to a small Catholic high school in Santa Maria, California. So that tells you a little bit about the kids and the people that were around me. When my parents were in 3rd grade, when I was in 3rd grade, not my parents in 3rd grade. When I was in 3rd grade, my parents got a divorce. And so I looked very different as a family from all of my peers, because most of my friends came from families of 6, 7, 8 kids, and none of their parents were divorced. So I really didn't have anyone, as far as family goes, that was around me that I would have looked towards a mentor. So no one like an aunt. The way that church worked was that you went with your family and you went to retreats, but you didn't really have what you guys would call now small group or youth group or anything like that. So I didn't have that. So what I started to do was I kind of would hang around the classroom and just talk with her. And I found that she was someone that was willing to listen, and there was so much that was attractive about her as a person and how she treated me. And I thought she was the prettiest and coolest thing ever. And it turns out that she was not only a high school teacher, but she taught kids who struggled in school. So she had 2 jobs at the time, and yet she was someone that was still willing to give me a ride home when I pretended to miss the bus from school. So she would drive me 30 minutes back to my house, even though she really didn't have the time to do it, and she listened to my problems. She was someone that not only was with me and cared about me in high school, but when I went off to college, she would write me letters and ask me how I was doing and talk to me about things. And I found that I could talk to her about anything and everything. Relationship problems, struggles in my classes with schools, academic, family problems. It was hard to be away from my family. My mom was in California and I was going to school in Oklahoma. So it was really critical for me to have that person in my life. She just believed in me, and she didn't question the stupid things that I did, and she didn't make me feel dumb about questions that I asked. You know, she didn't make me feel like, oh, that was a really dumb question, I can't believe you asked that. Or she never said to me things like, well, boys are just stupid, so don't date. Or she just was really positive. She listened to what I had to say, and then she was just really encouraging. She never really tried to force me to go a certain way. She would kind of say to me, well, what about this? Or think about this. Or I think it would be really great if you did this. And she definitely encouraged me to not do stupid things. She discouraged me from doing things like drinking, or, just because everyone else was doing something, she would say to me, you need to be your own person and don't do those things. That, I'm telling you from the perspective as an adult that some of those things that you think everyone is doing, really everyone is not. And so it made me, just made me think a little bit more about kind of the decisions that I made, and it was great.
Hi, my name is Sherry Wilcox, and I am an 8th grade girls small group leader. I want to tell you about a cheerleader in my life, and her name is Rhonda, and she was my best friend in high school. And she's been a cheerleader ever since then for me, and I've been a cheerleader for her too. Rhonda and I met when I was a freshman and she was a sophomore in high school, and she was new to the youth group at my church. And at first there was this new person coming in and kind of becoming friends with my friends, and I was like, whoa, hold the phone, why is this person coming in and taking my friends? And she wasn't taking my friends, she was becoming one of my best friends too, but she was new and I didn't really know that yet. So Rhonda and I got to know each other well in our youth group, And we went on a lot of retreats together and camps and mission trips and all kinds of things. And I don't really have a specific time where I was deeply in trouble and needed a cheerleader or anything like that, but we were just always there for each other. But what was most important probably about our relationship and the fact that we were always there for each other, no matter which one of us was the one that might have been feeling more down at the time, was that it gave us the opportunity to really learn about ourselves and about our relationship with God and our relationship with other people. And even though we might have sometimes gotten sad because whatever guy didn't like us, that didn't define us. And our relationship status or our awards or our trophies or whatever wasn't what defined us. And we were always there to encourage each other and to make each other really focus on what mattered.
I feel like I couldn't have survived high school without having someone in my life like Gwendolyn, and I'm not here because I think you girls need to have someone standing next to you and telling you to read your Bible or to beat things over your head. I'm here because I really care about you, and I care about your life, and I care about the things that are going on with you, and whether it's something that might kind of seem little, like I'm mad at my brother, I'm mad at my mom, I'm mad at, my daughter's mad at me, or if it's something big, like, gosh, I really like this guy and he dumped me. He's not treating me well, or, there's something really serious in my life. And I think it's important that each of you have someone that you can go and talk to. I have had the chance to spend time with the girls outside of church, and I think that's really important because I want to get to know you guys and I want to know kind of what's going on in your life. And that's why we do this, because we care about you, and not just because we think you need to have someone that is quote religious or someone that you should be looking up to. Especially, our own daughters are in our small groups, and we both are looking for someone else to speak into your lives. We want there to be someone else that might have the same opinions that I do about church, about God, but more importantly to say to you, here's something that I want you to think about. Here's a way that something that I hope you think about when you make an important decision or even a little decision.
And another reason that we really want to be here and be cheerleaders for you guys is because it's so important, especially at this age, for you to know how incredibly treasured you are. And some of you have parents and family around you who tell you that all the time. I was fortunate in that my parents were those kind of parents, and I never had to wonder if they were proud of me. But not all of you have that in your life, and every one of you needs it, and every one of you deserves it. And society is telling you you're not good enough, you're not popular enough, you're not strong enough, you're not whatever, and that's a lie, because you are, and you're treasured by the creator of this entire universe, and he knows your name. And there's nothing cooler than that. I mean, talk about a cheerleader. Man, you got the biggest cheerleader that there can be on your side in Jesus. And we just want to be here to kind of back him up and to make sure that you don't forget about it.